Hey everyone, Charlie here, and today welcome to an LTP. This is the third installment of doing an in-depth lesson, a masterclass on the Rachmaninoff Second Concerto. Today we're going to look at movement 3 of the Rach 2. This is a beautiful piece I've been working on lately. I'm playing it actually next weekend for the first time with an orchestra. It's a piece that I've wanted to perform for a long time, so I'm looking forward to it. Before we start, you know what to do. Be sure to subscribe, like, comment, all that good stuff on YouTube, Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, all that good stuff. Now, this is kind of an extension of, I did a bunch of 60-second piano lessons on YouTube Shorts and TikTok, and a lot of people were like, oh, you do it in depth with something. So this is kind of that. So let's take I'm not going to play through the entire movement. There's already a video or maybe multiple ones on my YouTube, so you can check that out of me kind of playing through it or practicing it. But this is going to be kind of like an overview, a lesson on it, if you will. All right, so let's get started. So the beginning of this piece kind of comes right after the end of the second movement. So after you have the E major chord, and as soon as you let go, the orchestra's going to be. So they're going to go right into it. It's not much of a wait. They do their little thing, they grow, and they go. And then you come in with this big run thing. And the orchestra's not playing, so you can take this basically as fast or as slow as you want at the beginning. That sucked. But play deep into the keys. Don't... especially in the bottom. So deep, pretend like you're playing down into the ground, but the piano is stopping you. Articulate as much as possible. And when you get here, you have measures marking everything. It isn't a real cadenza, right? So, you know, 2, 1, 2. So kind of establish a beat, kind of establish where you are. But especially when you get to these 16th notes, keep them articulated. The bottom note can be helpful. Keep it clear. And think about what tempo you want to be in, because the orchestra comes in right there, and that's kind of the tempo you're going to be in, at least until your solo, which happens at box 28. Which you can adjust the speed a little bit, I guess, if you'd like. But if you can get kind of close to the tempo you want to be at, that can be good. So go. Grow. Actually, no, it's diminuendo. My bad. All right, so. Coming down, that is. And then grow here. Light, but growing. And then coming back down again. And now, this part you can take it slow. This is the hard part. I found that the right hand, really kind of establishing the right hand, can be useful. Light, articulated, shape. Light. So what you need to do is, I think it'd be helpful if you can get the main downbeats. So kind of think, you have all these notes, but remember what the real melody is. Excuse me. It's and then you just have a whole bunch of whatever. So if you can keep that kind of main melody in your head and kind of bring it out as much as possible, especially on the main beats, it can be useful. Let's move on. So repeated notes, 3 to 1. 3 to 1, 3 to 1. Right? 3 to 1. 3, 2, 1 finger. Now, when you get to the next part, there is no, luckily there's no, so I guess this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 before box 30. So this one, think about the main notes. You have a lot of other notes, but the main is Yadam, rum, bum, 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 yadam. Right? So think about the shape you want to give those, and then the rest, shape them as well, but they aren't as important as the main melody, right? Sorry. Now, when you're playing the thirds, the left hand is also playing the same notes, right, as your top. So that can be helpful to bring those out. They also have a tenuto on those there as well, on the left hand as well there. So I got. Kind of falling down. Same falling down here. So on these, on these, the main are the thirds on the main beats. Okay, let's move on. Okay, so minnow mosto, finally you've broken out of that section. You're on your own. You can schmaltz it up. And you're coming down to here. And now, in the dolce part, box 31, deep into the keys. Deep doesn't necessarily mean loud, it means rich. Playing deep into the keys, slow attack, pretending like you're going to the floor, but the piano key just happens to stop you on the way. It's not over yet, we're keeping going. Example, I think I mentioned in the first movement, where you think another composer might be, right? They might just end there, but not Rachmaninoff. He goes, he was going even further, right? So, it is never-ending melodies. And he keeps going again, and further. So rich, lush, schmaltzy. Then you get to meno mosso, and suddenly it becomes more rhythmic. Doesn't mean you can't shape it. You should still shape it a little bit, I think. But it's much more mechanical. And the orchestra in the meantime is just playing chun, 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 right? So it's a completely different feel. Shape it, but it has kind of a more rhythmic, mechanical feel, like it's off in the distance somewhere. And then Allegro scherzando, which is there a box anywhere nearby? Of course not. You know where it is. You just kind of build up into craziness again. Sorry. Row and that's the important melodic line, and then you got your octaves. Very, very rich chords. Excuse me, and yeah, so at the end of that, shape. It's almost like a circus, right? So we've got tops of those main downbeat thirds, and then here we go again. And you can bring out the left hand in those as well to kind of double up on those third things that are on the main beat. Then we got presto. And this is kind of like an interchange between the piano and the orchestra, because they're going bop, 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 bop. You know, you and them are kind of going back and forth. Then you have a kind of a fugue section. This is two after. Oh, actually, it starts at 34, box 34 with the orchestra. It goes, and you kind of come in. Very articulated, very articulated, clear. Don't rush. think Bach, right? Very cool. Let's move on. Meno mosso section similar to before. Very schmaltzy. Moving on. You have another tempo at 37. Similar to before. Meno mosso, similar to before. Now you have poco a poco accelerando. This is there a box? This is a bunch after 38. 9, 38, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, and 16 after 38. So we've got poco a poco accelerando, poco, little, by, poco, accelerando, accelerating, little by little accelerate. So the most important is the downbeat top of the right hand, but your left hand is kind of doubling up as well, right? Swelling. You can bring out. I was playing that part too loud. So once you get to the top, you can bring out kind of like the main beats to kind of keep it clear where you are, if you'd like. 2, 1, 2. You could even bring out the tops of the ends of your right hand if you want kind of a different effect. You have accelerando now. Now the tops are more important here. The top of the left and right. So on these repeated parts, that's kind of a cool thing to bring out. And then of course the top. Then you're building here now. We are at a little bit after that section. It's great that there's no, what do you call it? Measure numbers. You're accelerando. You're kind of pushing higher and higher until you get to here. Right, it's just a kind of a continuous building. Then you come down, you build even more. Then you have another one of these from like the very beginning until you get to maestoso, which is also not a boxed number, which is dumb. But you're accompanying here, so follow the orchestra. Which chords? So in the orchestra part, you've got he's got his beautiful melody. Then at the end, right before the end, you got più vivo, more lively, more life, or something like that. So get more lively. This is right at the end. Articulated. Clear. Left hand. Right. So it's the end of the entire piece, not just of the movement. So when you're coming up, bum 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 bum, but left hand bringing that out can be good. So yeah, there you go. So that's your quick masterclass lesson on the third movement of the Rock 2. Hope that's helpful. Let me know in the comments below, and be sure to sub here. And if you're watching elsewhere, sub everywhere. So I'll see you guys later. You guys take care. Bye bye.